Hello LEGO Star Wars fans. I'm going to go over how I built my very own Sith Infiltrator using just spare parts. I had an epiphany while building the first Slave 1 from LEGO. The build wasn't that complicated, and it was pretty easy using standard pieces. The same was true with this ATST. I did a little research and I came across the Sith Infiltrator. It was one of the first Star Wars LEGO sets. So I went over to lego.com and I looked up the building instructions by clicking download right here. And then sure enough, the building instructions came up. I scrolled through it and none of the pieces looked that difficult except for one in the back. Back here was a custom piece. This right here is the piece that I was concerned about. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find it, but I came to the conclusion that I could probably make one of these on my own. I dumped out my spare parts bin and I got to work, step by step. Try not to get too hung up on the colors. If it's dark gray or light gray, who cares? Just go with it. As you can see here, I have some blues and some light blues, but I still think it turned out pretty nice. If you don't have the exact piece, you can get a little creative and make it on your own. For example, this back piece right here was one solid piece, but I couldn't find it, so I made it on my own. Slides open like this, and then Darth Maul comes out on a separate vehicle. It worked out really great. Here's another example of me not having the exact piece. These landing gear right here. I'm going to show you how I made those. I only had one of these, and I needed 6 more. I did have an abundance of these pieces. So this is what I figured out. Boom. Boom. And boom. There we go. And if you look closely, they're the same size. Next step, just click them into place. I also had to get a little creative with the wings. As you can see here, these were the connector pieces to make the wings go back and forth. And I had to use these. But actually, I think they might have worked out better. I'm really proud how the Sith Infiltrator turned out, especially considering I only used spare parts. If you're considering doing this, I recommend starting with the older Star Wars LEGO sets, as they're not as complicated. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. I hope this inspires you to get creative and maybe even save a little money.